Hey, how's it going? It's Tuesday. It's April 7th. So the card I pulled today, can you see it? Can you see it? There we go. Okay. So, hmm, as you can see, it is the Ten of Swords. And yeah, the picture is actually pretty telling of what I was asked. Um, Yeah, so I was asked thinking about, my old friend, that I haven't spoken to in, like, years, and, it says that I need to accept the end of a situation, let go of the past, and embrace a new difficult path forward. It also says, often interpreted as personal betrayal, backstabbing, self-inflicted explains. So yeah, represents hope, promise of a new day, and that darkness is temporary. Hi, would you like a reading? I'm just doing one for myself until I get some people in here. If you like a reading, just let me know in the live chat. But yeah, this tells me that I have to accept the end of that friendship and don't look back because it'll just benefit myself if I let things go. So that's what I've been trying to do for about a little bit over 4 years. Um, it gets hard some days, especially when you pass them in the street driving by. So that's what happened yesterday, and it got me thinking about her, like, we ever gonna reconnect? Apparently not. So I gotta move on from that, and that's kind of painful, but I have to accept it. So, Mary Jana, I'm from Ohio. If I mispronounce your name, I apologize. Mary Jana. You got the Ten of Cups, which is a great card to get. Totally opposite of what my card was. The number 10 is a completion of something. Cups mean emotions. And as you can see, the guy sitting down here, he's just so freaking happy that he has all these cups full. So, what it means is ultimate emotional fulfillment, joy, harmony in relationships and family life. Often picturing a rainbow of cups over a happy family, it symbolizes lasting happiness or the good life. Okay, it is a very positive omen indicating deep connections and lasting contentment, happiness, domestic harmony, long term stability, and emotional fulfillment. It signifies feeling loved and supported and celebrating a happy ending to a challenge. So, in a love reading, it often indicates a happily ever after, a strong commitment, a marriage, or starting a family. So, if you have just started a relationship or in a relationship, you might take that a step further and actually get married, have children, the next step from wherever you're at. If you're single, it just means you're gonna probably be meet the love of oh, you're divorced. So if you're divorced there, it does mean that maybe that was your happily ever after because the marriage didn't work out. Or it does mean, finding somebody new and getting the happily ever after that you wanted. In a work environment, this suggests finding a career that brings joy or working from home to achieve work life balance. So, like I said, the cups are full in the Ten of Cups. So the rainbow represents a clearing of a storm, a message from spirit, and blessings. Um, the family couple aspect of it represents finding a home or community where one feels secure, loved, and accepted. Um, so the landscape of this, it represents balance, of human life and nature. So, this card serves as a reminder to cherish connections, celebrate achievements, and realize that true happiness is often found in the love and support of others. So I hope that makes sense to you, Mary Jana. Um, it is a fulfillment card. So even though your relationship ended in a divorce, that doesn't mean it's talking about a love reading. So I hope that helps. And thank you for being here today. And tell your friends, please tell your friends every Tuesday. Today I'm kind of looking like Miss Cleo because I just got out of the shower. Y'all remember Miss Cleo? Okay. Thank you. Have a great week. And we'll see you back next week. Um, the new podcast episode is up. It's about the disappearance of Brian Schaefer. He is still missing after 20 years. Now, if you guys are on Facebook, there's this new Facebook page that just came out called Real Talk. And it has information on all of Ohio's missing people and unclaimed remains. I think that is so sad that there are so many unclaimed remains just in Ohio. That's a shame. Um, but yeah, big news on the Ross County unsolved murder of a woman. It's been picked up by a really inquisitive podcast called Dog with a Bone. So that's awesome. That's a big headway for Ohio unsolved mysteries and crimes. I hope they find that poor girl justice because it's a sad situation. Um, I'm going to do a collaboration podcast episode with a podcast called Ohio Mysteries. So, Ohio Mysteries meets Ohio Legends, and we're going to do an episode together. We haven't quite decided on the topic to use, but I'm sure between me and Dan, we'll find something spooky to talk about together. Okay, and other updates. I have a spooky video coming out this week. It's not in a cemetery, it is actually a home investigation. So definitely check that out. But please, be aware that I don't do this for money. I don't have a production team or an editing team. I just go in a home with my equipment and my camera and see what I can catch. So it's not the greatest quality because it's not a TV production, but it's real ghost hunting, no BS involved. So whatever I capture, I actually capture. I don't edit things in or out. You get raw, uncutted footage. So there's that. And what is that for? I just got a bill from my doctor. I'm like, where'd that come from? Okay, I have to look into that. But yeah, this is going to be pretty short, I think, this week because nobody's here. That's okay. It's all right. I got a tarot reading for myself that I needed to hear. So that's good. I hear my cat playing. All right. Yeah, we'll keep this up for a few more minutes. But if nobody shows up within a couple minutes, then I am out of here because I have stuff to do, guys. My God. This light's driving me nuts. What the fuck? What is that from? Oh, hi. I was just reading something. If you would like a reading, please let me know in the comments. Glowbug, what is my mission with my soulmate? Okay. Hmm. Nine of Swords. Okay, so here is your artwork. So yeah, swords are not really good cards to get because you're fighting with words or weapons here. So it's not good. Let's see, Nine of Swords. Um, so it represents anxiety, worry, mental anguish, and sleepless nights, often referred to as the nightmare card. This is probably one of the worst cards that you can get in a reading. So it symbolizes being overwhelmed by fear or guilt, highlighting eternal mental torment rather than external threats. It advises that you need to face your fears and seek help and recognize that these thoughts are often temporary prisons. Yeah. Mental anguish, the figure on the card, often shown up sitting up in a bed with their face in their hands, representing severe anxiety, pain, fear, and despair. So, nightmares and distress, this card often points to mental suffering, paranoia, and sleepless nights. So, it doesn't necessarily have to mean nightmares. You could just be restless and cannot sleep. Um, Self doubt and guilt, it suggests that guilt, shame, and worries about the past actions are a bit overwhelming, often causing more pain than the actual situation. So, the swords hanging above the figure represents negative thoughts, worries, and mental pressures. See, she's got all these swords hanging up above her head while she's like up in bed. Um, so she's got a lot of thoughts, a lot of worries. The focus is on eternal rather than external pressures, interpreting as this is a sign that our fears are larger in our heads than reality. Okay, well, I mean, it doesn't actually have to mean guilt. I mean, any parts of the card can represent what you're feeling. Doesn't necessarily have to mean guilt because it says it's guilt. Um, but it does say that your fears are larger in your head than they really are in reality. So overthinking things. So the warnings of this card, it's the turn back signal. The card acts as a turn back now sign, indicating that your current path could lead to intense stress and misery. So it also could be a mental trap. It warns you that overthinking can make you feel cornered or hopeless. The negative cycle it signals is that your fear is feeding a cycle of negativity that must be interrupted. So, the lesson here is to face your demons. The lesson is to face your fears rather than letting them consume you. Um, yeah, control your thoughts. The key takeaway is that our thoughts can be our own prisons, they are not permanent, okay? Reclaim your power. It's a call to examine where you have given your power away to fear and to reclaim it. So, a little bit of advice to help you through this, seek support. The card advises against trying to handle everything alone. It suggests you seek support or talk to someone to lift your burdens a little bit. Doesn't necessarily have to be a professional help, it could be a trusted friend or family member. Um, I wouldn't say coworker because sometimes you can't trust coworkers. Release the guilt. It advises you to let go of guilt and stop being so hard on yourself and focus on the now. The advice is to wake up and see this, that the situation is not likely as a catastrophic as your thoughts may make you feel like it is. So that is a lot. It is a heavy, heavy card. But just remember, thoughts might make you have intrusive thoughts, but just remember, this is all temporary. Pain is only temporary, okay? Yeah. Empath, yeah, being an empath also, it doesn't help you decipher from maybe your thoughts to someone else's, and you can feel someone else's overwhelm and fear and then take it onto yourself. So definitely learn how to cipher it. You're welcome, Glowbug. I'm glad you're here today. Excuse me. I need to take a drink of my coffee. Not bad. All right. So my dog had major eye surgery on Friday. Her glaucoma became so aggressive that her eye was bulging and it was no longer blue, it was bloody. So she had her eye removed on Friday, and her recovery is going extremely well for a 95-pound dog that is stubborn. She's doing good. She's high as a kite on pain meds, but that's a good thing. And all her kitty friends are checking on her currently. As you can see, this guy, where's he at? This guy right there. He's sitting pretty much beside her. So yeah, the doggy's doing good. And it should extend her life by a few years because she's going to be 10 this year. And yeah, so we've been dealing with the dog recovery, and it's been a very sleepless weekend in this house. so, so send some good vibes for the doggy. And yeah, I think we're going to wrap this up for the week. But first, I wanted to show you guys mine and my cat's birthday is on Sunday. Yeah, I celebrate my cat's birthday with me. And I had this photo made and I'm gonna frame it. uh, look at that. It's me and my little boy. But yeah. So yeah, it's our birthday on Sunday. Definitely check out the latest podcast episode, The Disappearance of Brian Schaefer, and look for more spooky content by yours truly. Share this channel with a friend that likes spooky things and tarot readings and stuff about creepy Ohio. All right. I love you all. Thank you for being here. And until next week, as always, stay spooky.